With the Eastern faiths, the term karma comes into play. The term karma is perhaps one of the most poorly understood ideas with religious studies, and most commonly misused. It just causes me cringe when I hear people, going about say, oh, karma, instant karma, and it's just, oh, that's not it. Way too many people think that karma is reciprocity. Now, what does that mean, reciprocity? Say, for instance, if you and I were walking together and we're entering a building and we're going to a room, right? So I'll open the door for you, and then you get ahead of me and I enter the building, the door closes behind me. So you're a little bit ahead of me when we get to the next door, right? Reciprocity, what are you going to do? You're going to open that door for me. And then, right, that's so forth. In other words, I do a good act for you, you're going to do a good act for me. I help you study for biology, right? Then you help me study for math. That's reciprocity, right? So say, for example, if I help you study for biology, and then I pick up the phone and I say, hey, I really appreciate your helping me with math last time. I know we're study buddies for biology, helped you out the other day. Could you help me prepare for the algebra test coming up? And if you go, nope, then chances are when you call and say, hey, can you help me study for biology? What am I going to say? Nope. Right? Why? Because that reciprocity wasn't met. So karma is not to be confused with reciprocity. It means action, work, or deed. And I like that word deed, the way to think about it. Action. When we do something, when we do an action, when we do a deed, it has a consequence. If you imagine a pond that's very still, it's a very calm day, it's very still, and you have a stone and you heave it, you throw it, and it lands into the middle, then it's going to make those ripples, right? So those ripples are going to work out to the edge of the pond, and then what happens? They don't stop. They refract, and then they work their way back to the middle. And that's a good visual for understanding karma, because karma is both good and bad. A lot of people think that karma just refers to negative actions, and that when something bad happens to you, then that's what you get. Wrong, 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 wrong. Karma deals with the sum, right? A math term. Everything added up or subtracted. You think about karma as an imaginary bank, right? You want to build up credit. You want to build up good karma, not have debits. You don't want negative karma, because karma is the result of your actions, your deeds, your work in this life, as well as in all of your previous lives. And that generates an energy that results in samsara. A good way to think about samsara is to think about a wheel turning, not just on its side, but in 3 dimensions. So it can go up and then it can go down. So as you go through life and you generate lots and lots of good karma, you do lots of good deeds, then you're going to start to move upwards. Likewise, if you're a jerk and you go through life and you do bad actions and bad deeds, you're going to start to go down. So if something bad happens, right, someone of an Eastern faith, that means that they did something bad previously in this life or in a past life. So you always want to do good deeds, good actions. Now, this gives us an answer to a question, well, why do we do good things? For Eastern faiths, it's to generate good karma. It's also referred to as the doctrine of good works. However, in the other faiths, right, You cannot earn your way into the afterlife, whether it's called paradise or heaven, right? There's no amounts of good works that you can do to earn your way into heaven if you haven't, for example, if you're Jewish, if you haven't entered into a covenant with God, or in Christianity, if you haven't repented, been redeemed, and baptized, or in Islam, if you haven't repented and sought forgiveness. There's nothing you can do, which leads the question for Jews, Christians, and Muslims. Well, if I can't earn my way into the afterlife, why do I have to do it? And the answer is because we're called to do these good things for each other. And then I'd still see we have that one bullet point, ignorance and dharma left, and we'll tackle that and continue moving forward in the next lecture.